This is where it lands. Part 3, and how she chooses to live.
You've always been social, even with that started with Daddy. That's what you know. So you have always been an outgoing, social, family oriented, and family includes friends, oriented person. So to see you and see them making sure that you get out and seeing that you know, like you say, you still go to exercise and you still go dance every now and then, but you know, now it's basketball season, so whether it's a game watching of it, but something, so to see you being able to still live has been very is, as your daughter watching you go through this, it's been very reassuring or comforting or inspiring, a lot of different adjectives. So just do you feel it to be the way that I'm saying that it looks? Having those distractions, if we call them, but I don't like the distractions kind of makes it seem like you're not dealing with it. So we'll use those way of coping, that way of still living, that way of still, do you feel any guilt of having those funds and those time with Pops' death? Is that on you at all?
No, and I guess the reason being is because I always feel that, again, with both of my marriages and relationships, I was always putting into it. So it was never one to where, you know, I you know, wasn't always present and making sure of what I needed to do in our lives as a couple and as a family was there. So it's like you give them your flowers and you give them they do while they're alive, because once they're gone, so you don't have any regrets, so you don't have any. But that's why I say I was going to put him away first class, because that's how he was. Here.
Yes.
With no regrets. But because the only thing he told him, only thing he said, and when he said it, I just could not even, at that time, I just bust out crying and I left the room. He said, I guess since I have to, put me in my tuck jacket, put me in my tuck. I guess I don't have no choice, is what he said. So he knew. And so my thing is that you on inspiration, you're strong, then you can't imagine. I mean, I just can't imagine. I'm living it there with him, and I'm there, but not on this side. Not to be the one that knowing, planning, knowing my cutoff is
I mean, all of ours are, but that seems even more present.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because, you know, suddenly, so you think about that, and then I said, I got to live. You know what I'm saying? I got to live, because what I don't want, and he had made that statement when he first got sick, he doesn't regret anything, because he said he knew if anything ever would happen or have to happen, that he knew that who I was would be there. And he would feel just more comfort in that. So when he said that, and you know, of course, that made me have to, even as I say, chest up. Yes. And
your partner needed you.
Yeah, my partner needed me, and so I'm gonna be here for him. And so we talked about, you know, he said he don't have any regrets in life. We traveled, we did all these things, because again, when I first met him, I never forget the thing that I did discuss with him. I said, you know, there's a big difference. I said, you know, you never meet a person and you compare relationships. I say, but what I will say is that you and my first husband seem like night and day. When it comes, you seem like you're a sad person, and you, for whatever reason. Well, I know the things that he did deal with, and his life hadn't been the
peachy road,
right, and so he hadn't had the opportunity to travel and do all those things. So I'm like, okay, I think we can make this happen. Let's make it happen.
Because if he was willing to let you help him bring out the light,
and he
this
said,
gonna be good.
this gonna be good. And so that's what we did. And he did. And so he says he's looking back, and he never had any regrets and all of those things. And so it made me feel good about that. So, but like I say, after that second round, and he saw that he still, I think, felt hope. But after that, and he saw that there was none, and I had to let him go, and I know I didn't have a choice. I said then I will continue to live life. I said I may not never. I said I don't know what is in store for me, for as someone else, for that peace and that that peace. I have that peace, and I can continue to live that peace. And so my girlfriends have helped mentally afford me to live that peace, because again, they're not going to
let you just
let me just no. And if I don't too many times say no, I don't feel like it. Well, what's wrong with you? You're not over there being yes, they coming over here. I need to come over here and see what's going on with you. This, that. So I just take the memories and I just say, Lord, I can say I have some great stories. I have a great, so I say whenever this chapter in my life ends, and I know that's when God calls me home, I say, hey, the book has been written in my life.
Yeah, that's true.
And I can say it's been one that's been up and down, but through it all,
but God.
Yes.
You mentioned memories. Can you share one of your favorite memories of both of them? Starting with whoever you want to start with.
With your dad, I think one of the greatest memories I had, he was so proud to have you guys. It was just like, he was just like,
saying it with his chest.
Yeah, yes. All the time.
All the time.
All the time. It was never a not. And so he was always such a again, we didn't have a whole lot, but love is what we did. I know love, a lot of people say, and I will say as well, love is the greatest gift God gave a man. So with that, you can build up on it. Or you can love somebody and still, it can end up toxic, but that don't mean you don't love them. But it was not. And so with him, he was always a happy, just a joyful person. So when you were born, he was always, and then when your brother was born,
forget about it.
Oh, he just,
he got
his son.
He got his baby girl and his son.
So now he gonna have a mini-me. But he was always, with him, it was just always, for the most, I never saw him down. I never saw him worry about nothing. Matter of fact, it used to sometimes get to me. Well, why are you so happy? We broke, and we probably, we got this bill coming up, and but, because he would call me baby girl too. Oh, baby girl, we got this. I got this. You don't have this. I got this.
Okay.
But I'll never forget one of the greatest, which is this fine line. A moment I can remember most that had me just really, really with him. Is we worked at that time it was called Handy Dan. It's like the Lowe's and the Home Depot now.
Handy Dan.
And so we was doing some little shady stuff. But not as much as the older people were doing.
So everybody in there was shady.
So everybody was shady.
On some level.
Yes. So some of them got busted. So they called us each individually into the office, and it was upstairs that we had to go into. So then of course, by the time they called me again, I wasn't aware of what was going on. That they had basically was doing a clean out of a bust, and they were cleaning out, cleaning house per se.
Okay.
So it was about 3 of them in the room. So they called me in the office. So I had to go in the office. So they shut the door. So they started to interrogate. That's what they were doing.
Okay.
I know you've been letting them slide through and getting cash money for lumber, blah blah. So hear me? No, you didn't see me do that. Yeah, everybody was doing it. Your name came up. No, I was a cashier. No. So by this time I'm crying, and I finally got a chance to call him.
Okay.
He worked there too as well.
Okay, but he wasn't working that day.
He wasn't working that day.
Okay.
He came up there. He busted in that office. And he finna fight every one of them. So I felt, here come my hero.
Here come your hero.
And so from then on,
he was
in a sense, he was my hero too.
Okay.
So that's why when I never thought that, what ended up happening.
That he couldn't beat anything.
That he couldn't beat it. But he was my hero. And so from then on, I'm like, see, he came, and we wasn't married then.
Yeah, no, y'all were young.
We were young. We were still in high school.
Yeah.
Yes, but
that did it.
That did it. That did it with him.
And what about Pops?
Well, with Pops, do I have? Well, with him again, he would be ready to fight in a minute with
Pops?
somebody. Well, not fight, but he would get.
He was a word fighter.
He was a word fighter.
Okay.
Yeah, he was a word fighter more than anything.
Okay.
So, but he, I just, when we had again having business together, we had opened up a few branch offices, and but we had married. So because we had married. You know how some women, and some of them, some relate women as well as men, and they still feel, even though you're married nowadays, they have an opportunity. Yeah, you married her, not me, or him, not me. But so with him, it was like I knew the women was all, because I would hear things. Even Trace and them sometimes was talking about the other young ladies that were liking him. So why do you choose her? She's a letter carrier. She ain't, she ain't walking in the office dressed all up and nice. So he came to my defense about, can't none of y'all touch her, even with a uniform on. It was always, to him, it was like still, I was just his prize. He chose me over all them women. So y'all gonna have to deal with it. Yes.
Yeah.
So even though they hounding him, calling him, and all of that, but so he finally won me over, because at first I was like, no, you have too many women. You
I ain't got time.
I ain't got time for that. But he
whether
was
it's true or
always
not,
assuring,
I don't have time for it.
I don't have time for it. But he was always assuring me, and then he was always, these are my children. They not step. I don't believe in that. I'm not, So it wasn't like I had to
convince him
to take you all on. So I felt comfortable, relaxed, and so those things really had me,
you felt
support and secure. Secure again.
Yeah.
That I didn't, that I now felt that it was up to me. If it was meant to be, it's up to me. And basically I got this load by myself, but I can handle it, Lord, because I know I'm never by myself, because you are always, you say, I take one step, but you've already took two. You already ahead. I just got to follow you, your lead. So I became to know that and trust in that and believe that. But it still doesn't change the physical of being, of feeling that security and feeling that somebody got you. Right. And he finally brought that back in my life. So I believe, and so it just took me to totally of a relaxed state to where I felt, okay, he got me.
Yeah, I can at least hand him some of.
Yes,
some of this.
Yes,
love.
even if it's nothing but how I'm feeling and how I'm thinking, and those things, and the fear,
having
the
a friend again to
and
talk
having,
to.
Yes.
I mean, you had your girlfriends,
Right,
but this
right,
that's different.
exactly.
Yeah.
So so that took me to of that relax and enjoy of life again. as a whole.
Okay.
So after that, and he passed. Well, I'm 64 now, and so it's like some people live a lifetime and don't have one.
One love.
So I've had two, and the two that have now transition over that I never have here, but I do in me. So to have two and that many years of life, and I can't say that I've had a hard break or one, none, there's all,
it's ups and downs as a relationship, but you never had this space of detrimental
over, and you still here.
Well,
to where I hate your guts, and we live 2 doors down, and we can't even share parenting.
Yeah.
But at one time we were there, so I don't know what that's like.
Yeah.
And I say it in so Lord,
thank you.
I thank you. Yes, thank you.
You want some more?
No, I'm gonna sip on this.
Hold on. You hungry? We'll be almost through now.
Okay. I'm like the children. It's like this a second one.
Baby, y'all will drink them. I see now you done got shy drinking them too.
Well, he only drink them when he come here.
Oh, okay.
Because I used to tell him all the time. I just told Lorayla, don't work out. Don't be working out and don't eat nothing until 2 o'clock in the day.
Yeah.
And you talking about you sore and stuff.
You
I
gotta
say
feed the muscles.
you gotta feed the muscles.
Yeah.
Other than that, they gonna get more fragile and cause you more problems.
Okay. Let's see. We'll go through just a couple more things. So have there been any unexpected positives? I mean, it's hard to say positives, but positives or growths or ways that you've evolved that have come out of these, I don't want to call them dark, but these transitional times?
Yes, the YouTube has really helped me. And the reason I'm laughing and I can say that is because something as simple as when Pops was here, we would talk, and so his duty was to clean the pool, take the filter off, and do all of that.
He did those things.
And he did that portion, and I would take the chemicals to the store, get the chemical in balance, get the pool back in chemically balanced. So we had a team. So a lot of the things that we did, we just automatically team tag. You do this, I do that, and we get this accomplished. Well, now
it's just you.
Right. So then something as simple as, okay, my first challenge, I was, kind of fearful of doing it because I know it requires a little strength, a little muscle. So I got to finally take this filter off the pool. So I get out there, and what do? Start boo-hooing because I can't get the filter off. Something as simple as the filter.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't have to do the filter then. He did the filter. He cleaned the pool out, and all I had to do. Well, again, so I'm hard on myself as I am on anybody. I can say, and I don't mind admitting that I am. So I said, Mona, why are you wimping behind a filter, or is it more? So, I'm talking self. Go YouTube it like you do everything else.
Baby, so YouTube, I think YouTube is it.
It's it when it comes to for me.
Yeah, how to figure out how to do something.
So it has really built my confidence up that I can make it. It's hard that I can do it. Because at first thing I thought about was, what am I gonna do? How am I going to keep this house up by myself? what about this? You know, you're afraid of a waltz. You're afraid of these things. And so, you know, at least I could finally convince him,
country.
can you go get that waltz
Yeah.
next? You ain't seen that waltz next. The waltz ain't bothering you. Well, if nothing else, we would argue and debate about
And
that.
then he finally
and he would go do it.
Yeah.
But basically was letting me know I'm going to do it on my time, but your time ain't quick enough for me.
Yeah.
So, but he would still go and do it.
Mm-hmm.
But now I'm arguing with myself.
Girl, you better go and get that
You better go and get that waltz next. What you think is going to go by itself? So it has built me
your confidence.
That my confidence that you
and
can.
reassured you that you can do it.
And reassured me that I can
even
do
in
it.
this stage.
Even in this stage.
Of your life.
So it's it has helped me to because again I try to also look at the glass half full as opposed to half empty,
Mm-hmm.
because the half empty is more on the negative
Mm-hmm.
of the realm of thought,
Mm-hmm.
and the half full is more on the positive.
Right.
You know, like, you know, my tank is half full. Your tank is half empty. So you're thinking, okay, I need to get gas as
Mhm.
opposed to half full. Oh, you good right now.
Yeah.
So that's what I just try to take everything as much as I can negative out of my life
Mm-hmm.
and replace it.
You make lemonade, sweet lemonade out of the lemon.
Yes.
So what would you, in honor, or as we look forward to International Widows Day, is there any advice that you've received through this grieving process that has been very helpful to you, and or what would you tell a recent widower? Is there any advice you would give a new widower?
One of the advice I will give, because I do know a lot of times we fear of that unknown, and how am I going to do this? How am I going to make it? I'm a witness that both ways and all around, you can make it. You can succeed. You can move forward, because the first death and the first widowship, widowhood, yes.
Bout of widowhood?
Yes, was new to me.
Mm-hmm.
And it was also, I had a lot of the downside of life. I'm just starting to climb that life.
Mm-hmm. Because you're so young.
And yes, I'm young with young children.
Mm-hmm. A woman.
Black. Right, black woman. Husband commits suicide.
Mm-hmm.
Financially, you know, basically you're living paycheck to paycheck.
Mm-hmm.
You just really you started life, you know, you've purchased your first home, you got it going on per se,
Mm-hmm.
and you just never know what you're going to be faced with, and to be faced with that at a young age. And I had all of those obstacles, but I overcame them because I never let them get me down, because I look at all of those situations as me walking through that path of shadow of death,
Mm-hmm.
that I cannot fear no evil,
Mm-hmm.
for he's with me.
Mm-hmm.
So that to me, that doesn't mean that I'm dying, because I used to look at it, well, they getting ready to hang blacks back in the day, slavery days,
Mm-hmm.
and they are walking them
Mm-hmm.
with that same passage.
Mm-hmm.
Yea, though I walk through the shadows of death, I fear no evil. Well, they know they are about to be hung.
Mm-hmm.
I just know that in my life, there's a death that has occurred, and there's a part of me that has died also.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't fear no evil, because I know he's with me,
Mm-hmm.
and he's going to protect me and see me through that. And that's a part of what you have to believe. We don't know, because we've never seen,
Mm-hmm.
but you have to believe that beautiful lake right there that we're looking out of, and that sunset that I stepped outside and looked at, I couldn't have created. I don't know if there's any human being that could have actually did that. So I know there's a good, and I know that also good. If I believe in that, then all I have to do is make the best choices that you can in life, and good will come out of it. So this too shall pass, and good will come out of it. You have to be the one to find the good and to make the good happen. But you still, the passage and the way to get there is not a recreation. It's just a creation that's been in existence. You just kind of follow that path to the best that you can in your situation, and good will come out. You'll come out victorious on the other side. It may not be today, tomorrow, but it will happen. But just don't look back. Just
don't
keep
look back. Don't give up.
Don't give up. Don't look back. Just keep looking forward, taking the steps. Look at the steps in front of you, because I can't see his steps if I'm looking back. I have to look forward, and I have to look ahead to see his steps. To move ahead. And so to gain that then, so now, I mean, hey, I'm back in the sense, in that manner. So then it happens again. Well, I mean, I'm blessed. Look at where I live.
Right.
Look at what I have.
Right.
So, but still don't take away the person that was here doing this whole ordeal, and all of this positive in your life is no longer will ever be here in your life. But he will, all this. So the little things, I can't get upset because he was sick, and this is, I mean, I couldn't be selfish and want him here. He still wouldn't have been able to help me take that field tile. So again, that's some selfishness, but it don't change the human of me. But I have learned that you can, Mona. Again, you gonna make it. You gonna be all right. So I look at that and I just enjoy life. So that helps me, like I say, with the girlfriends and all that. That yes, they're just helping me to continue to enjoy life, to move forward, and enjoy life.
So your advice would be to just keep looking forward,
because it will be better. Yesterday is past me, and I can't do anything about that day. Today I'm here, and tomorrow is not promised. So just take that one foot in front of you. Don't look back, because yesterday nothing you can do about it. Even if you made a bad decision about something, you didn't pay a bill, you couldn't do something, that's all right. Look forward. Just keep pressing on.
Question that just came into my head. Do you, or have you, since Pop's death, because I know you mentioned earlier not comparing the love of them when they both are, the love you have for Pop. Do you compare or try to make a guide or a timeline of how you grieve this time has to match the timeline and what it looked like for you to grieve with Daddy? Do you do that? Do you find yourself doing that comparison, or you just this is its own process?
This is its own process. I don't, because I grieved your dad. Like I said, longer, I know, for over a year. And maybe I was going through some things as well, my body wise, maybe even, I don't, I don't know looking back, but I, again, at night, I would a lot of times be ready to go to bed. I mean, not to mention I would be tired a lot of times, mentally and physically. But also, I was talking to him from the person we shared like I say, we shared everything. We were so like really best friends. I could have probably been his roommate the rest of life, whether we stayed, whether we were married or not. We could probably still be sitting here joking about something because that was his character. And so his grieving, in a sense, was a little more to, like I said, I wanted him to fight, but again, he had a strong addiction, a strong disease. And later on, knowing that, but then that took me years to know that. That didn't happen
right away. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
That didn't even happen after I met Jerrell. I still had that in me about, I wouldn't even be, although I'm liking you and all that, but I like who I had before. I like that. I like growing up with him. I like the way he, like you say, it wasn't nothing for him. I don't care mice or what it was. All he had to do was see it exist and it scared you. He gonna handle it.
So is it fair to say that, essentially that process of trying to grieve, then compartmentalize or place that love, because we don't stop loving a person because they die,
right?
So finding a healthy and a safe space to place that carry well into with Pops, and it will, because you're still alive,
right?
And then now finding another place in a space to place Pops as well with that. So that grieving process, and then, which we said before, Pops' death even brought up things, feelings with Daddy. So it's now almost a combined grieving process for them both.
Right.
So just trying to find the space for that and properly do it without being too hard on yourself, and giving yourself the space and the grace to do that.
And I do it, and I'll talk about him, even him, and again, looking back at the both of them, and now I even find myself doing a comparison, and that's why I say, look out, I'll probably never find a date, or never find me, or whatever the case may be, because first thing I'm gonna look at him and say, you didn't look better, you don't dress better than the first, you sure don't dress better than the second, you don't smell, so everything, you don't look nice, you ain't this, you ain't that. They chased me. I'm not chasing men. I'm not, they were gentlemen, open doors and would get on me about it, especially your Pops. Why you jump out the car? Well, I'm used to jumping out the car, opening the door for myself. No,
I don't need you doing that.
I don't need you. I need you to stay in that car until I come around and open the door for you. So it's like, oh, okay, but so I don't, at this point, my grief is replaced with just thank you. You were in my life 30 years. You were in my life, say 15 years. So this is me from you guys. So this is now, and so I feel, I look at them, you know how a man will always want to have accolades on how, especially your dad, he was always good about, now this body I created. That was always his thing about. So I look at that, okay, you created the body, and then what, he went on and created the mind, so hey, I'm a bad
But you
sister.
bad,
that's what I'm saying.
Shut your mouth.
That's right, so that's what I look at now. I'm like, okay, you're a bad sister, you equipped with this one that create the body, and that's bad for the eye, and then this one to create the looks. Oh boy, and the mind, because he was always, your Pops always challenging, him. He's a mind person. Strongly, that Scorpio mentality. So I just look back at sometime and his conversation, overhearing him talk to some of the adjusters about a case or something, and I'll laugh because I just can remember his voice, especially in the office when he would be in there and he'd get rowdy about something, about a case, fighting for to get them the best money for their case. So all just stuff like that would just make me just kind of laugh and say, all right, because I had to keep up with them too. So
Yeah.
I had to be able to hold mine with this one at first and then this one at the second. You follow me? So I couldn't get lost in the world, so I had to hold
They
mine.
raised you right.
Yeah, right. So I don't, so I just look at that and say, okay, so this is the Mona you all created.
This is it.
You two created.
So anybody that's up to you, you want to talk to them.
So however
what
that's
are we
possible,
doing?
yeah, you need to reach out
Yeah,
and see if
but-
you can get some kind of answer.
But
Because
you
ain't
got Wendell Arthur and Jerry L to
you
thank
got-
for all of
right.
this.
So you got some shoes to fill, and
Yeah.
right now I can't even see it.
Come
so
on, brother. The way you approaching is too already
right, because he come around the corner. How you doing?
That's possible.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
you know him with it.
That's why
I don't forget that white shirt, like your grandma would say when you came to the door. White shirt, button down, starched down with some jeans and them cowboy boots.
Yes, and you was look at
Yeah, still giggling.
Yeah,
like, still like. For real, this one, let me go. I need to go in. I gotta put on a little makeup now. It's hot as heck. I'm like, and I want my skin to stay pretty, but how am I gonna do this? But you know, I always have had my lipstick.
Oh, them lipstick
and that's what he
earrings,
would
yeah.
always say. I see through all that. I know what you're. I know how good. I know you. You don't need on nothing. So he was always building my confidence up, you know, because now I'm down like, you know, no husband, got children. I gotta work every day. So I'm like, you know, I ain't got one of them jobs like them sitting in the office. Now I'm out here slanging mail around and driving a mail truck, you know, smelling worse than the man. Yeah, and he loved it. So he'll come around there and hug, and I'm like, oh no, I got to go. He loved it. He loved it. He said, no, this is you. I love it. So I'm like, okay. So that just helped build my confidence again. And so now,
forget about it.
Forget it. Chat.
Well, as we, I guess, as the summer will be ending soon, and I know for a lot of people, the holiday fall winter season is tough, and that's gonna also be Pops' birthday is in there. The anniversary of his death is in there. So are you dreading that? Have you thought about, did I just bring it up? Did you, or is it really just another day? Because every day is an anniversary.
It is. Every day is special. But what I did is that I didn't realize, again, because he was always one that was so secretly, so I'll never forget this was right before the babies, the babies was here and everything, but I had told him I wasn't putting up a tree this year because I didn't feel like climbing that tree, and I know he don't, the other tree I have, and he don't really, he never really had anything to do with it. If I called him, of course, it was always call me, I help you, that type thing, but I'm like, no, I'm gonna do it myself as much as I can. But so I said this year, I ain't putting up no tree. And he looked so sad. And so then that was last year. No,
Year before.
So I said, no, he did that. And then he never did say, why? Come on, put it up. He just didn't. It was just his whole thing, his whole demeanor changed. And he looked, and I never realized in the past how much he enjoyed the decoration and stuff. Having a tree up, having me put, it is something that has got me.
Applying here.
Oh my God, I have to get him. But prior to that, all those years, because I just always put it up, especially when you all were young, and then at one time the baby girl was always with me, so she wanted trees, so it was like automatically a given. I'm gonna put up a tree, 2 or 3 of them. So, but I didn't think he really enjoyed.
You didn't think he cared one way or another.
No, one way or the other. So I said, I'm not putting up a tree. I said, I don't feel like getting that heavy tree out, and you have to help me drag that big urn that they done put it in and stuff. So he just gave me that look like, and then I immediately I know him to that.
Yeah.
So I'm like, and he ain't gonna say nothing.
Yeah.
But I went right on and I started searching and I found the tree and I had that tree ordered and it was there with not decoration when I left to go out of town. And I came back and I put, dressed it all up and all that, and he just, then I put him lights out there on, so he would go out there and turn his lights on, put lights on in here, and he just later on he thanked me because he said he just now, at first he didn't, but from just being with me again, he always enjoyed that. So you see how this past Christmas I had the stars done. So again, that's what I do.
That's a way to honor him.
Yes.
And to keep his memory.
And to keep his memory, because I know now, and it took me all of years to really know how much he appreciated, because prior to then, it was never a thought that soon as Christmas came, remember first years that we were there, that's how I ended up with that real tall, heavy tree, because I let the company put it up for the people, and decorate it and everything.
Right.
And I would just add every year. But so, and of course your dad always loved it because he gonna have the gift. He gonna have everything together for you guys, even if it took him all night. Put that trampoline up. He gonna have that bike. It didn't matter with him.
Yeah.
And so I know they both really loved that holiday. And then again, his birthday being in November, and
Daddy's in December,
and your dad's in December. So that's
almost a month apart. Exact, but yeah. So the tree, that Christmas time, Christmas, the tree and the decorations, that's a way that you can really honor them and remember them.
So that's why, and then and knowing the grandbabies and all them, because they help me as well. All of that, because again, family is so important. And to see them light up and just want to see it, and just those things. So, and knowing how much he appreciates that, and he wanted to make sure that we had, even if he didn't go with me, you got grandbaby, you got gifts for the grandbabies, you got, because as the older, his biological siblings, children and grandchildren stuff got older, we would just get cards and put money. But he would always want to give y'all something as well, even though I'm like, well, no, we giving the grandbabies now.
The kids don't get nothing.
The kids don't get after a certain age.
Mind you, baby.
Yeah. So he's like, well, what we gonna do? You know what we gonna do. We're gonna get cards for everybody, and then nothing else. We're gonna put $25, $30 in there for the grown-ups too. I'll buy a gift. I say, what you want me to go out and get? If you don't feel like going and get, if I see this, I'll pick it up or whatever. But he started to enjoy the Christmas season, that holiday. And so with that, and your dad has always enjoyed the holiday, being a family. So with that, I will honor them. I just feel that instead of this past Christmas helped me mentally, because it kept me real busy, and I did all that, and because it was so close, so it was like it was rough because I had to get everything down by myself, but I refused not to, because I said I need to honor, and I insist. I'll feel warm myself, and I'll be able to just take pictures, and he'll see it, in mind. You know how we say we don't know, but we always say that saying, they looking down. So I'm like,
and hope he enjoys it.
Yes, I want you to enjoy.
So
what you help build, because this was the home the home that we made.
Made and been built and made.
Yeah. So,
well, Mama, thank you.
You
for talking with me and answering these questions. I hope that you did good. we only cried a couple times, so we did good. But I know that this period, I mean, I like you said, people say I can't imagine, and I mean, I can't imagine, So to see you come out of all of that as an adult, knowing what I know now, what you went through with Daddy, and being a wife, and being a mother, being an adult, having more perspective, and the understanding of how difficult that has to be to not only try to work through your own grievances, but also somehow manage children's while also maintaining a job, and now all these other. So to see you move through that gracefully and come out on the other side even better, and now to see you going through this at this time of your life, like I said, I pray all the time for your strength and I'm very thankful for your friends and how important that sisterhood. I know how important that is as well. So I'm really it's an honor to see you be. You know what I mean? So it's, I mean, and hopefully, with the support system and in this phase of your life, that you don't have to, hopefully you feel you don't have to be so strong or so, whatever, that you've done all that, and that you can take whatever time you need, however you need, what you need to grieve it out and work it out. And I hope that for all widows, widowers in widowhood, and ultimately we're just all trying to find and maintain, you mentioned, that peace.
Right.
That
Right,
peace.
because no one, you never know, and once you are in that state of life, that chapter of life, and it happens to be a widow, you just have to, it's like any other situation or title that we find ourselves in. There's no manual, there's other guides, and that's basically what others have dealt with and how, but every case is individual. So grieving time, can nobody tell you where to grieve and how to grieve, because it'll come again, it'll just hit you. You can be driving and a song reminds you, and you may find yourself just not so much depressed, but just that moment of sadness just hits you, even if it's just that moment that you need
Right.
for that particular situation,
Right.
and then you good again.
Right.
So then, or you may hear something like Cameo. I was recently at a Cameo concert. That was your dad.
Baby.
But I was like, first thing I said to myself, because he had a stroke, and I said, "Oh, I'm glad your dad didn't see him like this," because they had to bring him out to the stage, sit him on the stool, and when he got through performing, they had to take him back out, get him and take him back out. And I said, wow, I remember him with the red.
Baby, listen.
And your dad, and we'd go to Cameo or a concert or something, but we'd have a ball.
Yeah.
And him and his brothers, your uncles, they were Cameo.
It's so funny.
And
me and we was just talking about Daddy and Uncle Nene in Cameo, because Uncle Nene goes to the same, or did anyway, go to the same barber as Blackman.
Okay.
And yeah, we were saying that, baby, they used to be in that room jamming that Cameo. Do you hear me? Okay, so yeah, no.
So you have, it's all a part of life. It's good. It's all good, whether it's a moment of sadness or a moment of joy or a moment of laughter. It's all you summer it all up, memories. That right, and so but
And we move forward.
we move forward. Yes, we move forward.
We'll end right there. Thank you, Mom.
You
I
will.
hope it's been good for you. Okay for you.
It has. How about you?
It's been okay. It's been
okay.
The whole process of everything that I'm doing right now in my life is to heal from, like you said, the things with just life. Just heal from life and to keep moving forward.
Right.
And keep moving forward. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, to all those who are having to be in memory of this holiday of International Widowers Day, we wish you healing, we wish you hope, and we wish you love. And that's it. I'm Adrian.
And I'm Ramonia Webster Robinson, and I'll leave you with this: love, peace, and soul.
That was
honey.
extra.
That was honey. Slash pops. Exit
Yes,
all
it
the
was.
time.
Yes, it was. That was good. Good. Okay. I mean, you don't look like what you've been through. That's for doggone sure. 'Cause like you said, you ain't bad look. So I know they beating you with a stick, bruh, chill.
I've watched my mom my whole life, and watching what she's been able to accomplish, what she has gone through, and having this conversation at this time in both of our lives, and hearing her and seeing her as a woman in my 40s, I have I just see her different now. And in that, I see a part of myself. I've always admired her and looked up to her, and again, that hasn't changed. And seeing her unwavered faith through all of the ups and downs. Back then they didn't necessarily invite us to the table to talk, but we knew what was going on. You know what I mean? So, or at least somewhat. And so just seeing her just keep living has just really helped to prepare me for things that I've gone through in my life and things that I'm surely to go through in my life if I live long enough to have those trials and tribulations. So I am just so proud of her, and I pray for her in this season that it is, everything that she wants it and she makes it. And listening to her, I know that it will be that, because she has always made lemonade out of lemons. And I pray to have, and I do see some of that attribute in myself. I must say that shortly after us having this conversation, just a few months later, my grandmother died. So that was another grief that she, as well as the rest of my family, has had to go through. Since then, we have had, a year after that, we had my young cousin to die. So my family has really been hit with a lot of deaths and grievances in the last few years, and I am praying, and I love to see us sticking together and working through anything and everything that family has to get through it and to lean on each other together. I hope that this helps somebody, anybody, and thank you for taking the time to hear it. So in the words of my two dads, I'll see you in a minute. Wishing you love, peace, and soul.